Hello everybody. And today is a big day. This is a 20-gallon green jade shrimp tank. I have some of my very best green jades in here. And as I say that, there's a cull swimming around. These are some of the very best green jade shrimp I have, and my other colonies are doing so well right now that I feel like I can up these guys even higher by doing a complete reset. So we're going to completely reset this. We're going to pull out only the very best green jade shrimp that we have. And then we're going to take everything out. And then we're going to put back only the very best ones in. The first thing we got to do is take care of this moss. And I'm standing on a ladder. And so these tanks are always impossible to film, but say hi. We're going to try to see what I can get from this angle. So stick around and see what comes of this. It should be fun and exciting. Okay, so let's get this party started. Alright, I think everything is working as it should. So I have a bucket here. The first thing I got to do, let's put some water in the bucket. This moss is perfectly clean. On this tank, I've talked about lately how I've been trying to experiment with brighter lights in my tanks. And this one, I left the old light that was barely working on it and put a brand new light. That was the same 20-watt light, and it seems like a half burned out 20-watt light and a brand new 20-watt light is a winning formula for this tank. Alright, so we got our bucket full of water, and now we got to pull out this moss while standing on a ladder. The video I did the other day was me scrunched in a ball on the floor. This one is me standing on a ladder. And this moss in here is gorgeous. And there are lots of really good shrimp in here. Oh my gosh. I wanted to try and get this shot between the glare and the awkward position. Let's see if I can. When I pull this up, and look at all of them in the moss. These guys are super good. Super good. Super excited to see what's in here. Putting that camera up, so let's continue this process. Trying not to get baby shrimp. This tank makes me so happy. I don't see a speck of algae, which that'll probably change after I pull all this moss out. This tank is doing awesome, but we're trying to make the best shrimp, and having super awesome lush tanks is always happens, or usually happens, but it's not the goal. The end goal here are these shrimpies, and with these being the green jades, I'm extra crazy about. This is one of them things where people said green jades are super hard. So I got the best ones I could get about 4 years ago, I think it was. And worked them. I see a handful of bad ones in here. But and I still have yet to see a single one with a back stripe. Look at all these shrimpies. Oh my gosh. There's tons of them in here, you guys. Here. Oh yeah, there's lots of, oh my goodness. It's gonna be hard to pick the best ones. Alright. Holy smokes. Look at these green jades. How am I supposed to pick the best one out of this group? Man. Is that a back stripe? No. Ah. We're looking hard. Alright. Look at that. Woo. Oh my gosh. I mean, how am I supposed to choose? There's definitely some lesser. But wow. Pretty good. Alright, let's finish this up. And see how many are in here. Holy smokes. So there you can see our little bristlenose Plucko buddy right there. As I'm finishing out, pulling out the rest of this moss and shaking all the little green jade shrimpies off. This is a long, boring process, but you gotta be pretty thorough with it. And so here we are getting them to gather up a little bit. I see a few yellowback stripes, but not as many as I usually do. Look at that. Wowsy, wowsy, wowzers. There's our Plucko buddy. He's getting big. He's just a little feller. I put him in here. And with all that muscle in there, I don't see him too much. We got a couple back stripes. But look at, let's see if I can get a good shot. Look at some of these. Holy smokes. I got my work cut out for me. There's a lot of really good ones in here. Wow. And I did make up my mind that I am doing a complete hard reset on this tank. Everything's coming out. Here's how I keep the filter going. It's in the bucket of tank water. And there's all that moss. Now we're going to put some of that moss back in to reseed the tank with moss. And we'll be putting the rest of that in the moss pond here later. Alright, so here are all the chosen winners to be the future of that green jade colony. Pretty much all completely perfect, in my opinion. This is what we have left, and normally I throw these guys into the Skittles, but there's a lot of really good shrimp in here. So I think I'm gonna see if I can get these guys to see how they can do in this 29-gallon tank with my panda guppies and Crips and Valsinaria. Randy is home from work and assisting me with the camera work. So since we're just going to put all these guys in that 29-gallon panda guppy tank, I got my big guy net out. And, whew, we got most of them, I think. Alright, now we're going to put them in here. See how they do. Like, oh my god! There's guppies in here. Alright, and we just keep doing that over and over till we get them all out. Put them in here now. And this is what we're starting out with. I put some of the moss back in. I didn't end up changing the substrate out, but I just took my shop vac after removing all the shrimp and sucked out probably 90% of the gunk and mold that built up. So I think you're better off leaving some behind. Tank adjusts quicker to being restarted. Now we gotta do something with the rest of that moss. Back at the moss pond. So for you guys who don't know, this is my new moss pond. And every time I work on these tanks like I do, I throw all the moss in here. And this is, if you buy moss from my website, markshelleyproducts.com, this is where it's going to come from. And here we are. This is actually all the times I've had these green jade shrimp. This is the first time I've done a tank reset like this with them. It's always been just grabbing the very best shrimp or grabbing out the bad ones. So this time we're completely restarting this tank from scratch. There's still one in there. Come on, buddy. There we go. There's some of them. This colony should be going pretty good in no time. Here we are. Look at them in their new home. Only the goodest of the goodest. The most goodest ones there was are left to restart over. I am super excited about what this tank is going to do. Look how big this one is. Holy smokes. That's a big mama. Look at that big mama. Alright. Thank you guys for checking out my green jade shrimp journey today. Thanks for watching. Bye.